This is going to be a fun-filled video, so strap in. I don't know what day it is anymore, but we are in Rome and we're going to catch you up on Genoa, Pisa, Florence, and today.
And today Rome. So when we last left off, we were in Nice waiting for the train to get to Ventimille or wherever we were trying to go. And it was the Monaco Grand Prix.
So we were standing.
We stood on the train for a long time until everyone got off, and then we had a whole car to ourselves.
That was really nice.
That was actually nice. So we left. We made it to
Genoa. And it wasn't raining.
Yes.
So we dropped off our packs and then went into town and walked around, and we walked around most of the city and it was beautiful.
We saw a lot in that little walk around.
Then we went to bed early.
We went to bed pretty early.
Woke up early the next day so that we could go out to a lookout point.
Yes.
On the top of Genoa, and we could see the whole city.
That was really pretty.
It was beautiful.
So then we got our packs and headed back to the train station to go to Pisa.
Yeah.
And we got off, walked to the tower. There's like a nice little area there. They've got a museum. They've got some other cool buildings that I'm not really sure what they were, but the tower was very cool. Took some pics. Hung out for a little bit, walked back.
And then caught another train for Florence.
And
when we arrived in Florence, we do this a lot where we get to a train station, get our tickets for the next day. So we wanted to get our tickets for Rome, and the line shouldn't have taken as long as it did. It was
ridiculous. Everyone, customers and the employees were taking forever
very incompetent
to get the tickets, and I don't understand why, because when it was our number, we went up, got our ticket, done, 2 minutes. I don't really get why that took so long, but anyways, we waited for a while there.
Got our tickets, went to our Airbnb, dropped off our bags, and then we walked around town, walked around Florence, and we got this awesome dinner. We got
we did
pizza and pasta.
Yeah, it was super good. It was like homemade Italian. It was great. It was within our budget, but then the bill we got, and it was like a little higher than we thought it would be, because we had a good idea of what the prices of what we ordered were, and they were like, oh, that's a city tax per person. You have to pay an extra $2.50. So it was like an extra $5 on our bill that we were like kind of surprised about, not very happy about, but
that's the price of a gelato.
2 gelatos. Yeah. So, whatever. It didn't stop us, so we went and got gelato after that, which was really, really good. And then we just walked back to our Airbnb and slept.
The next morning, we woke up and decided to walk around a lot more of the city.
We saw more stuff, yeah.
And it's a really beautiful city.
I really liked Florence.
They have a lot of ornate buildings.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a cool lookout, so maybe next time stop
when we
by.
have more time.
Yeah. So we did that in the morning.
Grabbed our packs.
Got on a train, came to Rome.
And it only took 2 hours.
It was a fast train with minimal stops, so that was great. Got to the train station, had to wait again to get one ticket. Well, we didn't even get the ticket because they're like, you can just use your pass, you don't even need a ticket.
Free.
So we're like, okay, well, I'm glad we just spent an hour and a half sitting on the ground, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We got to our Airbnb, which is a little farther outside of town than we thought, but
it was
like an hour and a half walk here with our packs.
And it was really warm.
It was hot, so it's fine, we made it. It was great. We were too tired to go to the city, so we ended up just staying here and going to bed.
Well, we decided we are trying to plan the rest of our trip, and we decided on a ferry from some city in Italy to go over to Split in Croatia. So, in a couple days, we'll be over in Croatia, so...
The Cretaceous period.
Paleontologist coming out in me.
So we will do that, and that will be something of an experience that we will.
It's an overnight ferry. We both get boat sick.
And Well, we splurged. We spent the extra $5 to get seats that are covered instead of seats on the deck. So,
So we're smart
you know,
on that part.
I'm sure it will be worth every single cent, because the alternative was like sit on the deck in the elements in the night on a boat.
And I don't think that's a good
So,
idea at
I
all. I'm
don't
smart enough
either.
to know that.
Yeah, so we decided no on
Michigan
that
difference.
one. And then so last night we got that, kind of did a little more planning, went to sleep, and
We woke up
early
this
today,
morning
very
because
early.
we went to see the Pope.
We saw the Pope. He was 6 feet away from us in the little Pope. It wasn't the Pope mobile because it didn't have the glass on it, so it was just like a little cart that they were driving
He
him
was
around
very
in.
close.
So we left here pretty early, like 7. We left here around 7.
Got
we
there
took the
at
metro in because it's very far.
Yeah.
Got there at 8, like see the massive line like going towards Vatican City, so we're like, okay, we'll just like join this line. We like get up there and we're just like talking to people, talking to this woman, and we're like, oh, did you have tickets? Because you're supposed to have tickets.
She's like, yeah,
She's
you
like,
guys
yeah,
need
get the
tickets. And like,
tickets.
you
And
need to go do
yeah.
this, like go here. And we're just like, well, we might as well just wing it, see if we can get in. We got in.
We got in.
We
made it.
made it into St. Peter's Square.
For the Pope, and you're supposed to have a ticket, and we didn't have a ticket, and we got in anyway.
And we've seen at least like 2 brides.
People
Everyone is running.
Sprinting around. We made it. Show the area. It's really beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was great. We didn't even get checked. We got really good seats right up at the front near the little area. Sat there, hung out for a while, and then eventually people started cheering. We like saw the Pope. He drove by.
Aus den Ländern Deutsch-Sprache. Unter anderem sind heute folgende Gruppen namentlich gemeldet. Aus der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Pilgergruppen aus den Pfarrgemeinden.
It wasn't mass.
No.
It was just a reading. It was a gospel, and then it was just like a little announcement he gave. But then they read it in 8 languages, so it took a long
an
time.
hour.
It was kind of boring.
And we only understood maybe 10 minutes, no, 5 minutes of the
English was
entire
like 5
thing.
minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was fine though. It was cool. The Pope was there. We saw him.
Yeah.
After that, we got out of there and went to see pretty much
Everything.
every single site in Rome that you could try to see in one day. We saw it
We
really
saw,
quickly.
you know, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, but we saw it in a day.
Yep, we saw Rome today, so that was great. We walked a lot. We got some great gelato.
13 miles.
We walked 13 miles. Yeah, it was a good day. We did a lot. And then we came back here. We were starving, so we decided to
Go
to the grocery store.
And
which
so
is
we
like
walked by our apartment on the way to the grocery store, and we see like these police officers outside. We're like, oh, that's funny. Like, what if it's a break-in into our room? Like, wouldn't that be so funny? No.
We went to the store, got our things, came back. No one was outside. We were like, okay, this is fine. Go up to the apartment. Open the door. In the living room, 3
There were
police
the police.
officers and the guy that like owns the Airbnb and this other woman.
that we've never seen.
We've never
before.
seen the woman. I had never seen the guy before either. So they're like, oh, did you leave your door unlocked?
And we're like, what?
Or they said closed. They were like, did
Yeah.
you leave your door closed? And we're like, yeah, we
left
closed
it
the door. But none of the keys they gave us worked on our room.
Oh, this is really
Yeah,
bright.
it's really bright. So none of the keys they gave us worked on the room. So we were like, okay, we can't really lock it, but our stuff's fine, whatever, it's just our clothes. Like, we'll close the door, it'll be fine. So then they were like, well, you need to close the door, but we closed the door. And they were yelling at us, and then they were like, made us really nervous as to like, did something get stolen? Because we were that was our first thought. And then the police were like, "Oh, it's normal. It's normal." And we're like, "Well, this is not normal.
This doesn't
And
look
there's
normal."
Police in the living room, like running around the apartment. This is not normal." But they were like, "No, nothing got stolen."
And
This
then we
is
hear
just,
them
like, a
like
check."
yelling in
Then
Italian.
they're yelling, well, which
We're
might
just-
not be
yeah.
yelling. We don't really
We were
know.
just trying to eat our dinner, and
eating
they're just
dinner.
like fussing in Italian. We're just like, whatever. We don't know what's going on. We're fine.
So then they left, and everything in our room was exactly how we left it. So I'm not really sure. Police saw a lot of my like clean laundry hanging out, I guess. But
yeah.
their treat. I don't know.
Anyway, we are going to bed soon, hopefully. We're very tired after today, and then we will be in Naples next.
Tomorrow.